A rather obvious thing about YouTube is different people create content for different reasons. Some people are chasing fame and money, others want to educate. Meanwhile, my channel, it's about self-development. That's why my content's based on the goals that I currently have, like zero waste, organizing my life, travel, and, well, talking. That's why I do these interviews. Also, meeting people can be really interesting, if not a terrifying task. Anyway, so here is collaboration with Jamie. He has many interesting things to say, so I hope you enjoy it. So here I am at the Gold Coast with my new friend. I've got some questions for you, which is a lie. I don't. But
What?
But I'm gonna cut that part out. That's just for you to know.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So, all right. So you're obviously not Australian.
No, I'm not.
For the camera, what brought you to Australia?
My childhood dream. So, ever since I was a child, I wanted to live in Australia. I had a few family members that lived here, and I just loved the.
Yeah. Did you ever get storybooks of Australia, or what made you?
No, never.
No.
It was a mission of mine. It's a better quality of life.
Yeah.
I always saw that with pictures from family and stuff. It's a happier place because London can be very grey and very depressing.
It is kind of known for that.
So I wanted just to I wanted to get out of living where all my childhood friends still live where I lived in that hometown.
Yeah.
I wanted to get out of that and I wanted to go and explore the world.
Is it did it live up to what you said?
Oh, very much so. So Melbourne, I love Melbourne because that's where I was most of the time.
Yeah.
I was here. I spent 2 years there and I loved it because it's kind of like London where you've got the city, but there's a lot of what's the word? Culture. There's so much going on there.
I was going to say coffee.
There's a lot of coffee too, and there is good coffee there, yes.
Yeah, apparently, this was a fun fact that's completely not backed up from anything, but I overheard one day that coffee baristas from Melbourne actually had to go back to Europe to teach some coffee people how to make coffee. Is that a thing?
That is a thing, and to get a job in Melbourne as a barista, you need 4 or 5 years experience doing it.
Yeah.
You can't just walk into a place.
It's a high-end thing, and because of
high-end.
that, this is something that I do know, is that Starbucks in Australia is a failing business.
Yes.
They are throwing money into it because it'll just look really bad for Starbucks if they don't have something in Australia. But it's a failing business because we're all coffee snobs because we've had Melbourne coffee.
Yeah, although I think it does better up here and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's better up here because the rest of the coffee is bad up here.
Yeah.
Compared to Melbourne, so.
But apparently Australians are just too focused on the little homebrew coffee and stuff.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah.
I homebrew cold drip and stuff.
Really?
Cold drip is very,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an oddly big culture of coffee.
And I never drank coffee before I came to Australia.
Oh, really?
No, never.
Huh.
I had 1 or 2 and I was always well, this doesn't taste good, I'm not going to drink that. And then I got here and then I found my favourite coffee shop in Melbourne and I drank 3 coffees a day.
That's a bad thing to do. But
yes.
Yeah, that's still pretty good there.
Yeah.
I am quite proud about coffees. I don't know. I started getting sick of coffee and I was really disappointed with it because I love coffee, but it would just make me feel ill afterwards. But now I've gotten to chai tea and I find if a coffee shop's good with coffee, it's generally really good with chai teas. It's just,
A thing, yeah.
Yeah. What is the biggest accomplishment you've ever had so far?
In my life? Or...
Yeah, in your life. It could be 2-year-old you or you now.
This might sound a bit, I don't know. My biggest accomplishment was, I suppose, getting on the plane.
Yeah.
To come to Australia. Because I was scared of flying.
Oh, really?
I never really did holidays as a child and stuff. I went on a few holidays, but I did not enjoy flying. I was very much terrified of flying.
Yeah.
And then I had three planes to get here. The first plane I got on, I was by myself because me and my partner booked separate seats.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of
did your partner come with you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's...
So yeah, we met in London and then came to Australia together.
That's so lovely.
He got me here because his job transferred his job to Melbourne.
Yeah.
So that's how I got here. That's how I achieved that goal in my life.
Oh, that's so good. Because...
Yeah.
Yeah, because normally, like, couples, like, you've got to be pretty...
No, we was pretty together for 2 years, and then we decided to move to Australia.
That's a big move.
And it was the best thing we ever did.
Yeah.
Because London was good, but there was issues and stuff, and we needed a change, and Australia was the change. Like, it brought us closer together because we only had each other.
Yeah.
We had no one else. Like, we had to.
Yeah.
It's either do or don't.
Yeah, it's true.
So.
Oh, that's so
But yeah. So yeah, I got on the plane, and my first plane, I was on this plane with 2 strangers on either side of me. I was in the middle seat.
Yeah.
And I cried pretty much the whole flight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I got through that, and then the next 2 flights were better, and then I got here, and I've never regretted it.
Yeah.
It's probably one thing I never regretted. Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've accomplished a lot more in my life here than I ever did or could in the UK.
I feel like you're not sort of stuck in the rut of where you were.
Yeah, I was in a very tedious kind of job that I used to be a store manager, and I earn more now casually working than I did then.
Oh, really?
Because of the lack of pay in the UK.
Oh.
Minimum wage is £6 an hour. So like, it's like $11.
I did not know that.
So as a manager, I used to get paid around £10 an hour.
Yeah.
But even still, yeah, I earn more now.
Yeah, that's...
To do a much more relaxing job. To have my life.
Yeah, not have the stress of being a manager, because...
Yeah, working 50, 60, 70 hour weeks.
That's
yeah.
Really, I didn't realise that the pay was so low in the UK.
Yeah, pay is really bad.
Why do so many people want to go to the UK? Here's the thing about Australia. Like, some people are just, like, amazed with the UK, and they're like, I want to go live in the UK. It's so wonderful. Yeah. I think it's just because it's the other side of the world sort of thing, and it's so different. It's very different. It's like, they are complete opposites. There we go. Okay, hey, back again. Oh, well, we were just talking about the fact that the truck was going by anyway, so...
Yeah, there was nothing really interesting there.
That's all good. So, what do you do on your day off?
On my day off? I spend a lot of time filming and editing videos. Yeah. But I do like to go to the beach. I often walk along the beach because I kind of get inspiration and ideas when I'm there. Yeah. So I kind of just take long walks along the beach for 2 or 3 hours. This is my favourite thing on the Gold Coast. Walking along there, you get to judgment, and then the whole coast kind of comes in, and it really listen to a podcast and just kind of... Podcasts are great. What are you listening to at the moment? I love No Such Thing as a Fish. Yes. So that's but I also love My Dad Wrote a Porno. Okay. It sounds worse than it is. It's really good. Alright. Yeah. I'll not believe you on that one. Oh no, sure. No, it's actually really good. Okay, what's it about? I think so. You gotta convince me on this. Okay, so this guy's dad wrote a pornographic novel, but it's so bad that it's good. Okay. But that's not the funny bit. The funny bit is he reads it with his 2 best friends. And they analyse it, and they analyse the characters and what they think it should be, and the wrong names that he puts in. Like, he doesn't proofread, he kind of writes a chapter and then he writes a chapter. And it's not it's not so much the porn that makes it funny, it's the way they analyse the... Oh, okay. Yeah. Huh. More about the analytics of the actual podcast. But yeah, they're probably my 2 favourites. Yeah. Yeah, I would say those 2. That's pretty... I love No Such Thing as a Fish. Yeah. When we did our drive through the UK, yeah, because it was with my mum, dad and brother. Mm-hmm. Let's go over here. It was like it was such a big drive, and you're spending so much time with your family. It was a really good thing to just sort of put on, and then we didn't have to and then we didn't have to talk to each other on our long drive. you have to talk to each other. That sounds like you really love your family.
No, we do. It's just there's like a limit. There's a limit of how long you can talk to your family. But everyone will. I just put it on, and then everyone would sit and be like,
it's also very good for you to listen to the facts and talk about the facts.
It made more conversation later because you run out of conversation. A month's worth of travelling with the same people,
that you know your whole life,
Yeah.
There's not really much to say.
Yeah, so it sort of gave us a thing to do. And then, like, we would get, I don't know, you get, like, family fights. Like, oh no, you should have turned at this thing, and then Dad would get angry. But it'll really diffuse those family fights.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. That's listening to fish.
It's a good podcast.
Yeah. I also listen to that while I'm exercising as well.
See, I can't do that. It has to be Kesha.
Kesha?
Yeah.
Has to be.
Has to be.
See, I don't listen to music. I look like a crazy person when I go to the gym because I will listen to comedic podcasts.
And then laugh out loud?
Yeah, and then I'm like doing it on the treadmill or doing weights, and then I'm just like cracking up. And it's really bad if I'm doing abs because then I'm just like laughing and it's not good.
Yeah.
So I just look like a crazy person, but that's okay.
Crazy is good.
I mean, like this.
Yeah, this is crazy. There's a couple just on the beach looking at us and laughing at us, but hey.
Oh well, this is
authentic.
I could be doing this for a uni thing for all they know.
Exactly.
But I'm not. But I could be.
You could be.
Like, yeah. Okay, this is pain. The life of filming anything is just sitting and waiting for the wind to go away. Did you ever get that? Well, that was the day. Thank you for taking me out to the Gold Coast, and next time you're coming down to Brisbane, which will be filmed by the time this video comes out, so if you want to see the video of Just Jamie coming to Brisbane and being shown around, it'll be up in the end card. So, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Your engagement is great anyway. And subscribe if you want to. I'll see you later then.
Bye.